Shivani is sitting down with Dr. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. And Baker explains that Saraya just doesn't get it. What AEW means to them, we are homegrown. They had rocky starts in AEW, but we worked our way to the top. And we don't know why Saraya hasn't picked a partner yet. She's friends with Shida and Toni Storm, who are excellent. And Baker calls herself the boss. A not so subtle reference to Rick Ross.
Of course.
Very cryptic.
Or Bruce Springsteen.
All possible. I mean,
yeah.
Many different potential hints that this was drawing us to. And then calls themselves the Killer and the Pillar.
Yeah, which they have a new t-shirt now.
Oh, that's right. They've got the shirts. Okay.
The Killer and the Pillar.
The Killer and the Pillar.
Yeah. Oh, they're wearing that. Yeah, they're wearing it. Yeah.
Why don't we have a rhyming duo name?
Because we're not wrestlers.
Oh, okay. Just curious about how you arrive at the Killer and the Pillar.
I actually missed on that boss line, so great catch.
Yes, it was, certainly people were reading into that as some kind of hint towards it, but more to come with Saraya afterwards. Renee has a sit down with Saraya, Hikaru Shida, and Toni Storm. And Saraya says that Britt is gatekeeping the women's division. Toni explains she got screwed out of her title by them and her face was fractured. And Saraya is asked about her partner for next week. And she says AEW has the best female roster in the world and puts on the best matches. And she puts over both Hikaru Shida and Toni Storm, mentioning their match that they recently had where they killed it. And she realizes, I'm sitting next to the best women's wrestler out there, Toni Storm. And she looks at Toni, and Hikaru Shida is pissed at this sheer disrespect from Saraya, to the point that I feel Hikaru Shida is going to be very upset about this exclusion and maybe is going to take out the supposed great wrestler, Toni Storm, leaving Saraya without a partner and in need of one next week.
Very interesting. Yeah, you're saying
that's my theory, because I cannot imagine that this is the end to our mystery setup unless, it's always possible, but I did not read this as a definitive meaning of Toni Storm teaming with her next week. And the fact this angle was done with Shida, that's where I could see this going.
The idea of a possible Shida heel turn, I saw on my timeline, at least seemed to excite a lot of people. And of the three,
this was more heelish, I thought, for Saraya, to be quite honest. Like, this is pretty disrespectful. And the way she was also saying, since I got here, I've learned that AEW puts on great matches and has the best women. Like, it was more of a cockier promo from Saraya and disrespectful to Hikaru Shida. Although I'd be all on board for a Shida heel run at some point.
Saraya's actions were certainly heelish, but I mean, I don't necessarily know if that was intentional or not with her. We'll see, man. Like, they're choosing to keep this thing a mystery for a lot longer than I think, you and I were expecting up until this point.
If they leave it like this, like, you can't be upset if Mercedes is not there next week. Like, I don't think they have hinted it towards you in any way. Well, the boss line, people will read into that perhaps a little bit.
I almost missed that.
And I wonder if others did as well. So anyway, that's next week. If the idea was to strongly put people in that direction of what you're getting, that was certainly not the case on Wednesday's show. And from this point on, this is the passion of the Ospreay. He is bloodied, beaten, and Omega is murdering this dude.
We knew this match would be good, but just how good, I don't know if anybody knew exactly what it would look like. They not only delivered a terrific in-ring athletic performance, a great technical performance, but it was dripping in excellent depth of story here.
And blood.
And blood as well. It was everything I thought it would be and more.